to Athens.
Your father's legacy is the biggest wine collection in the world. Its full value, $148 million.
Are you guys leaving, or are you just gonna sit there?
What do you say? What do you say?
Say it again! I dare you to say it again!
Hello, today on the menu, beef, wine and Greek salad. Beef is a new dark comedy being hailed by some as the best show of the year. Drops of God is a TV adaptation of a hit Japanese manga about wine. And Salade Grecque, or Greek salad, is the big French language release. Welcome to our show about what's to watch on the small screen this month with our critic, Dheepthika Laurent. Hello.
Hi, Eve.
Thanks for joining us. Now, let's start with Greek Salad. It's a spin-off series from the hit French film The Spanish Apartment. Tell us more.
That's right. Cédric Clapiche, the French director's exchange student film, The Spanish Apartment, became, of course, a cult film for Erasmus students. It starred Romain Duris. It also spawned 2 more films and now a TV series that's set in Greece 20 years later, but this time it's the children of Romain Duris's character Xavier and Kelly Riley's Wendy, who are on student exchange, and they find themselves at the forefront of Greece's migrant crisis.
Well, let's take a look at Greek Salad on Prime Video.
People actually live here?
Yeah?
Welcome to Athens.
I just want to help refugees.
Tell me about Athens.
Athens, it's cool. It's cool, yep.
You know, Eve, Cédric Clapiche has been very insistent on not calling this a sequel, but more of a spin-off. He actually spoke to French channel's Sonia Petrocelli last month about how the series is different to the original films. Take a look.
The show is a way of speaking about Europe today and speaking about the new problems confronting young people. Society has changed. The relationship between men and women is different today. The relationship with politics, people are more political today than before. There are also concerns about economic insecurity. We're talking a lot about inflation today, which is a very sensitive topic for young people. There are also concerns about the environment. These problems are the big difference. Young people in 2000 didn't worry about these issues.
So I'm guessing that there are similarities between the series and the film.
There are a lot of similarities, and Clapiche does this wonderful job, just like in The Spanish Apartment. He does a wonderful job of capturing the innocence and idealism of young adulthood in what is a very endearing, if not predictable, TV series. Unlike Romain Duris's happy-go-lucky character in The Spanish Apartment, the students in Greek Salad are politically engaged. They're angry. They're activists. They're trying to be anti-establishment, really reflecting today's political climate. Duris's kids, who are the main characters, are also different. Tom is very conventional and capitalist. He wants to launch his startup. His sister Mia is radical, but also struggles to reconcile the fact that she also has a bourgeois upbringing with her anarchist friends. It's very earnest in its desire to distance itself from the original stars, from the stars of the original film. Romain Duris sort of comes in and out of the series, but he's not a main character. And it's really great to see a show filmed in Athens with such a diverse cast. I mean, there's Italian actors, there's a Croatian actor, and there's a transgender actor playing a transgender character, which is wonderful. My only critique, though, is the format itself. I don't know what the TV series format brings to this idea. I think it could have worked very well as a film and been a lot more concise.
Okay. Well, that's Greek Salad. The world of fine wine is the focus of our next show, out on Apple TV+. Drops of God is a French-Japanese series based on a best-selling manga. And Apple TV+ bid very aggressively for the show, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Apple TV+ has made a name for itself with original productions, but occasionally it also has moved to acquisitions like this one. Drops of God is a Hulu, Japan, and France Télévisions co-production based on a best-selling manga. It follows Camille Léger. She's a young French woman who learns that her estranged father has just died. His name was Alexandre Léger. He was a world-renowned wine expert and the owner of the world's most expensive wine cellar. In order to inherit this fortune, she must pass a series of tests against Léger's late protégé, Issei Tomine. The problem is Camille Léger has a psychosomatic reaction to alcohol, and she's battling, and Issei Tomine is battling pressure from his family to follow in the family business and find a more stable career path. The show actually premiered at Cérimania in Lille last month, Eve.
Okay, well, let's take a look.
Le palais, c'est un muscle.
Réglisse.
C'est ça.
怖いの彼女のこと。
僕にはつかめない何かを彼女は感じ取ってる。
They're not just tests. It's a message. Clairement quelque chose entre nous.
Les héritages, c'est des tragédies. Miss Léger?
It certainly seems like a very original idea. Is it good?
Yeah, it is good. The casting is very good. The French actress Fleur Gevrier plays the very volatile Camille Léger, and the Japanese actor Tomohisa Yamashita plays Issei Tomine. He has very few lines for a lead, but he conveys so much through his silence and sort of brooding personality. It is very original. There's like a mix of cultures as well. You have this sort of new world, urban vibes of Tokyo with the old world French vineyards, which is nice, and it's a deep dive into the world of sommelier and winemaking. It's not for everyone though, because if you find that world a little bit pretentious, then you'll probably find the show a little bit self-important. But I thought the show, while not perfect, was very watchable, and for once the 50-minute 8 episodes felt just right for the story.
Good. Add it to the list. Well, let's talk now about a show which premiered at the Berlinale Festival in February, the Italian mafia drama Good Mothers, which is out on Disney+.
Yeah, it actually blew the Berlinale jury away, picking up the festival's inaugural TV series prize, Eve, and it's based on American nonfiction writer Alex Perry's 2018 book of the same name. This Italian drama series traces the real-life story of 3 women, 3 wives from the Calabrian mafia who worked with a female prosecutor to testify against their own families with devastating consequences. Take a look.
Le donne di 'ndrangheta possono essere il cavallo di Troia che nessuno si aspetta.
L'hanno fatta sparire. E può succedere anche a te.
Fai a brava mucchiere, Giuseppe. Con brava mamma.
Angela, c'è mia figlia qua. Angela!
Ma se vuoi essere libera c'è un prezzo da pagare.
Lucy, sei pronta a testimoniare?
Wow, what a great story. Is it any good?
It is masterful. That's a word that really comes to mind. It is a fantastic show. It's such a fresh look at the Italian mafia, and it is heart-stoppingly tense at every turn. Like, you feel like you're living with these women as they're trying to essentially betray their own husbands. It's very authentic too. There's an Italian cast. It's in Italian, and you have this sort of Calabrian setting with the idyllic, seaside, and then these dark rolling hills that really echo that sort of darkness of the mafia, I guess. It's brilliantly acted as well. Then you really the vulnerability of these women, the fearsome men, and this absurdly violent, misogynistic world that in which they inhabit is very real. One piece of advice to viewers is resist the temptation to Google what happened to these women, because it is so worth watching the series to find out.
Okay, I'll try not to do that after the show. The rival TV festival to Series Mania begins this week in Cannes. Canneseries will feature a host of local and international TV shows with some big names attending.
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar, aka the original Buffy, will be receiving the Canal Plus Icon Award. Israeli actor Leo Raz, the co-creator of the Netflix spy series Fauda, and the White Lotus actress Simona Tabasco are both on the jury panel. In competition, there's a French series called Tapis about the life of the late controversial politician and businessman Bernard Tapie. There's also Spinners, a South African series about a poor young man in Cape Town's slums who discovers his talent for an extreme sport called spinning that could be his way out. Out of competition, the festival will conclude with the first episodes of the final season of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. In presence will be the entire cast and crew. the Emmy Award-winning show about a 1950s Jewish housewife who becomes a renowned stand-up comic, is actually from the creators of the Gilmore Girls.
Okay, well that's Canneseries, and it's just been announced that the much anticipated television show The Idol will make its debut at the Cannes Film Festival next month. The project is led by the musician The Weeknd and Lily Rose Depp, and the story focuses on a cult leader's relationship with a rising pop star. It's directed by Euphoria's Sam Levinson, and it's been called the sleaziest love story ever. What do you make of that?
Yeah, it's also been plagued by several production problems, but let's see when the series comes out. I'm keen to see what it looks like.
And finally, a new dark comedy on Netflix is being hailed by some as the best show of the year. Now, that is something. That's a big title to give it. Beef, tell us about it.
Well, it features Stephen Yeun and Ali Wong as two strangers who get into a road rage accident. It's getting rave reviews for its biting commentary on what one critic of the website Salade called TV distillation of the 21st century mood, society-wide pandemic anger. It really does feel like it is very pandemic-y, post-pandemic anger kind of show. It's so novel. These two actors are incredible as these angry, irrational, vengeful protagonists, but it's funny and biting at the same time and deeply uncomfortable to watch, Eve. It even briefly obtained the coveted 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Lee Sun-jin, who's the creator of Beef, says the show is planned for sort of a 3-season anthology series. Lots of chatter about season 2 and even quite possibly a bit of Emmy buzz, Eve.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us, Dheepthika. We're going to leave you then with Beef out on Netflix this month. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
I found ways to manage my stress.
You're born, make choices, and suddenly you're here.
This is fun!
Maybe we're not normal.
Maybe normal people are just delusional.